This week at SRS, we've got some classic Australian goodness.
Some classic Australian goodness?
It's a Jaguar.
No, the LS.
Oh, word.
Word, brother. This is British.
But first, something a little different.
Something a little different?
Play the tape, George.
It would be so cold. Look at these dope little plugs.
Daniel.
Hello.
Daniel. Don't look at me.
Samuel.
Daniel.
Samuel.
Welcome back to Street Race Solutions. This week, we're doing a bit.
We've always been doing a bit, brother. But we're doing a lot of different bits today, this week. So, I don't know if you can tell, we're in a new whip.
This isn't a car.
No, it's not. It's a Kioti.
Wow,
Picked it up from the RSPCA.
Roar.
All
right.
Yeah.
So this Kioti here belongs to Engage Ag, I think.
Sales, services and repairs.
They brought it in.
You can scan the code if you really want to know a bit more about the Kioti.
Learn about the Kioti. Give them a chance, George.
Yeah, zoom in on it. Go give them a chance to scan the code if they want. I want that Kioti in my life.
UTV. Just scan the QR code.
Engage dropped off their Kioti into get a snorkel, man. Snorks. You know, it's because they're planning on going to the Cape. No, I'm not too sure what their plans are with it. It's just they wanted to stay no snorkel, and that's exactly what we did because we're a solution shop, not a problem shop.
Just for the record, nobody else bring us in Coyotes.
No.
Snorkels, because we won't do. This is a little side quest.
Yeah.
Something fun to do, but
something different.
People start ringing up wanting snorkels on there.
Like we're not a UTV specialist, okay? So keep that in mind.
One-off. But unless you want to pay us a lot of money, then we'll do it.
Yeah, it turned out pretty dope. I like it.
Yeah.
It's got some suck behind it.
Some suck. It's got one little bracket left to make up the top, so it's...
No, just doesn't get a little shake up when they're, hitting the dunes. Yeah, put her up, mate, put her up. Oh, diesel, mate, she's hot. We kept the airbox, obviously, so it's still got some sort of filtration. We decided to split it just here because I don't know if you've ever tried to stick something very long through such a little hole. It gets quite difficult. So to make it easier, we've put a little silicone joint there. Other than that, yeah, 2 inches of fury. That's the Yoti, that's it. We put a PDO on it, so we've got a tilt tray, so we can tip out all our soils and contracts that we pick up in it. And it sucks hard out of snorkel, but oh no!
Looks like behind you.
Oh, this is.
Here is a Falcon. I believe this is actually an XP Falcon. This belongs to
Valley.
Good friend of the
Young family.
The Youngs. Good friend of everyone. Brought it in with the clutch feeling a little bit funny. Apparently made some weird noises and did some funny things, and then was kind of all right, but still not quite right.
It wasn't helpfully working.
That and just a few other little tidy up items that I'll talk about in a second. But the clutch is actually quite simple to diagnose because looking through the side of where the shift fork goes in, I just shone a little torch in there and I was like, oh, there's a bolt come loose. And the whole fork was just wobbling all over the place.
That would do it.
So, yeah, that was a nice, easy, not fix, but diagnosis. We quickly whipped the box out, got the T5 over on the bench over there. I've got the bell housing out the front. Unfortunately, I think when the fork was moving around a little bit, that clutch has sort of sustained a little bit of damage. Started to throw some of the clutch pack material from actually like around the outer perimeter, around the perimeter of the clutch. Started to throw clutch material out of there, so it's just not
OD of it.
It's not worth putting the box back in just for that thing to go and completely the bed, 2-3 weeks from now. So we sent that off to DCS down Direct Clutch Services, and they're gonna either refurbish that clutch or match it all up, because it is a bit of a custom piece. It's like a Delos. It's a Delos conversion kit. So light bar. Not well. The light bars themselves are fine.
Yes. The location of the placement. Yeah. The placement was just poor. Just
eyesores of light bars under here.
Oh, God.
Yeah,
the foggies, bro, you know, toge.
Yeah, anyway.
Toge lights.
So what I did was I took them out and I moved them and I've mounted them up behind the grill. And you
Can
probably
you see
didn't
them?
even notice they were there.
Didn't even spot them, did you?
Until I told you. So George will show you all about that. New tyres and wheel.
Yeah, we noticed the toes a bit buckled on it. Yeah,
enjoy.
That's it.
Enjoy watching the video.
We're going to let George do his thing.
We're going to do a water pump today on George's shorty at lunchtime. George will probably film that.
Mate, yeah, he'll film the shorty. Eh? Little shout out, George.
Jag as well.
Yeah,
that's it.
Got a bit of exhaust stuff to do. Leave us with it. I'm sure yours will come along. I like coming along. That's not an SR20, George. You know, something different. I thought it'd be an SR20. It's an SR20. Well. But no, I've been misled. Down here is just finishing up the dump pipe and the crossover pipe with some O2 bungs. To suit O2 bungs? O2 bungs. O2 bungs? Yeah, O2 bungs, yeah. So we just got to finish welding them out, and then the dump pipe and everything's finally finished, I would say. I would, yes, I'm gonna say that. That's what I'm gonna say. Positive, bro.
Did so well.
Thank you, bro. Talk about it. Yeah, I'm doing it up now. Yeah. Dodged the bullet there, George. I feel like, what's her name?
Statue of Liberty.
Yeah. So what we got here is
I love you.
So we got a power steering, Asher power steering pump bracket that we've modified here, and I think we're going to sneak it down in here, and we've just got to modify it a bit, make some mounts, and yeah.
We're back.
So we got the power tune dash here mounted in the Jaguar. Originally we were going to pull out the factory gauges, put a aluminium faceplate in there and then mount the dash into that so it was all smooth. That probably is still the plan for future, but just for now, save pulling any more of this interior apart yet. We're not too sure what we want to do, if we want to keep it, pull it all the way out. It's a little bit in limbo at the moment, so we've just made a simple little bracket for it, mounted in the center there, which will be plenty sturdy enough once the column plastics are all bolted back together. Power tune dashes are, so this is a standalone version. Can buy, so with the 2006 or LS2 onwards, basically, LSs, they switch to CAN. So that means you can buy these power tune dashes to suit the Commodore ECU. So they're literally a plug and play dash. So you just plug them in, give them power, and they'll be able to read everything that the ECU can read. Unfortunately, this is just an LS1, it's from an 04, so it's still just OBD2, and PowerTune don't currently offer a plug and play OBD2 reader style dash, and the main reason for that is because OBD2 can be a little bit unreliable and laggy and always a little bit of a delay, and when you're messing around with sort of high performance stuff, you don't want to have any of that delay. So this is a standalone version, so we're gonna wire in all the sensors separately to the dash. It'll just be most likely coolant temp, oil pressure, RPM. It's got the GPS speedo module, which is really nice as well, and fuel level, I think, is pretty much all we're gonna put into this one for now. We'll run the wire to the fuel pumps in the back, so if you wanna look at the fuel setup, have we looked at that yet? I don't think we have we? This is all fresh. This is all so fresh and so clean. So we've got the fuel setup pretty much almost buttoned up in the back here. So we've got, it's around a 55 litre fuel cell in where the factory location was, and then we've got probably a 5 litre or so surge tank on the side there. So rather than mess about trying to baffle the fuel system to make it good enough, we just decided to chuck a surge tank in there, and we know that we won't have any problems. So basically the idea behind, I just dropped a screw, sorry. For anyone who's a bit unsure, the idea behind a surge tank is that it's a smaller capacity tank that's always kept full by another fuel pump. So when your fuel tank gets down sort of halfway, it leaves a lot of open space here. And what happens when that open space is there is the fuel sloshes around and gets taken away from the pickup. Just bumps in the road, corners, stuff like that. That floaty feeling that you get when you go over a hill. If you feel that, your fuel's doing the same thing. It's sloshing up and getting taken away from the pickup. So what the surge tank does is it confines all that space down to a much smaller area, and it's always kept full. So it's got a feed pump here that feeds into the top of the tank, so it'll fill till it's full and there'll be no resistance on the pump or anything like that. And then there's an overflow from the surge tank to the main tank, so it basically just continuously fills and overflows into the main tank. So that's always chock-a-block full, and what that means is when it's full is the fuel can't slosh anywhere, and there's always fuel there for the main pressure pump to pick up. We've got that all pretty much as you see it is how it's going to be. Just need to final fit everything. So I've just run all the lines. It's all bolted up. And the only other thing left to do back here really is wire up the pumps and wire up the fuel sender. That's it. It's a tantalizingly terrific tech tool tip Monday. You're welcome. That wasn't it's not a tool tip either, is it? It's a fuel system tip. Now on. All right, so the Jag's getting slowly more and more together.
More complete.
More complete, ticking things off the list.
As you can see, the list ain't that big anymore.
We are getting through a lot of the little stuff that you forget that you need.
Goes unseen at the start of a big build.
Yeah. Hopefully, today is Tuesday. Hoping to possibly hear this thing run late Thursday, Friday-ish region, maybe, if we're lucky.
Here we go.
Really just waiting on the ECU. I just dropped the ECU off to Mick at Edge to flash the ECU for us, unlock it, take the VATs and everything like that out. So he's doing that for us at the moment.
Drive-by-wire?
Yeah, yeah. So it's changing, rewriting it to a cable ECU from drive-by-wire and removing VATs so that it'll work in this car. And we are just waiting for the flex plate because the flex plate that we had didn't fit our truck converter.
Yeah.
Yeah. So once we got the ECU and once we got the converter,
box back in.
Yeah, we can put the box back in. We can't really run it until we get the tail shaft because we don't want it spewing gearbox oil out the back, but we'll be able to hear it turn over.
Finish up a few cans, a couple of cans.
Yeah, overflow,
catch.
Overflow res, and then a couple of catch cans. Power steering lines. Power steering pump's done. The Astra pump mount is all done.
Yeah, just do turbo drainbacks. Drainbacks and George.
Yeah, thanks for tuning in. Thanks for watching the episode.
I hope you liked it.
Next, how many weeks to Matsuri is it? 8 weeks? 7 weeks? 8
yeah,
weeks?
we have a bit to do.
8 weeks.
We have quite a bit to do.
We got 3 cars to get ready for Matsuri and 4 cars technically.
Yeah, in a sense, yeah.
4 cars to get ready. We've got 8 weeks for Matsuri, so pretty much once the Jag's finished off, it's going to be all hands on deck for Matsuri prep.
All hands on it.
I think this is pretty much the last car to get done and out, and then it's build drift cars. Really.
Yeah, back to the goods. Build drift cars.
Boys, back to the slideways. Yeah, that's it.
Back
Thanks for watching.
Roots,
like, comment, and subscribe. Share it with all your friends. If you don't have friends,
look, I'm running out of friends to share it with. So.
Daniel just keeps sharing it to me. I'm like, I've seen it, Russ. I'm in it
almost. Yeah. You know.
Thank you. Bye.
Hooroo.
Thanks for watching. See you later. Hooroo.
Talk to you next time.
Enjoy this clip of Daniel licking a snorkel.
Fine, go. You lick the whole string. Bottom to top, full contact.
We sprayed stuff on that.